So he spent very interesting years in China for 3 years. And then he returned to Paris, returned to the West, to London. And then he was appointed as the officer in UNESCO as the director for the natural science department. So this is the picture. It is showing he's working in the Paris. And this picture showing is wearing the Chinese gown. This is the gown Chinese would call the scholar gowns. And enjoying his life. And now I'm talking about the SCC project. And look at the date. This is dated to, this is dated to 1943. This is the beginning. He went to China, all right, and already outlined his ideas about science and civilization, about different subjects like philosophy and also geography, all of these here. So in this, he makes very clear in this paragraph here, right? He said, why, therefore, did modern science, all right, develop in West Europe, not in China? So this is very clear science, clear the Needham's question in these documents recorded in the 1943. This is this is in our archive in Needham Institute. Right, this is the first proposal to the Cambridge University Prize about this essay project, and several parts in this. Okay, here is about introduction, about the philosophy, Chinese philosophy, and about the pre-science, okay, and the technology, and all this. It is 1948. And then in 1951, the idea appeared about, because initially he wanted to write this book only 600 pages. So this is the initial plan, only one book, 600 pages. But when he working on this, he said, no, it's impossible. 600 pages, I can't finish it. So he raised this issue to the publisher, and the publisher, why not? You could divide it into volume, right? So this is 1951, they have this idea, divided it into several volumes. And this is the initial plan about this divide the volume here in this paper. And then the first volume published in the 1954, right? And this is his collaborator, is Dr. Wang Lin, and his writing is 1954. Right, and here is quite interesting now, and you look at here, the first volume, second volume, and third volume is no problem in 1958, but then in the fourth volume, it's impossible. You have to divide it into 3 parts. So you got it, and then you have the volume 5. That is divided to 14. Okay, you can imagine that, right? And the 6th volume and the 7th volume, now it's become so huge project. So you can imagine, in one person and working in the lifetime, you can't finish the book. And so I can tell you now, this book haven't been finished yet. So this is Joseph Needham's the collaborator, and I just mentioned this Dr. Wang Lin here. And also another collaborator is Professor He Bianyi, okay? And that's the professor, this Joseph Needham. And when his first wife died, he married Dr. Lu Guizhen. So this is the picture showing their marriage. At this time, he is already over 90, right? And that is in his scholar gown in Cambridge, and even in the high age, he's still traveling to China, looking at ancient remains, right? So the reason I come to this place, and I have repaid and the great support from East Asia History of Science Foundation, because in 1994, when I was in Cambridge as a visiting scholar, and I got a chance before Dr. Needham died, I got a chance to ask my friends to take this picture, and me with Dr. Needham. And then I applied for fellowship from Eastern Asia, the History of Science Foundation in Hong Kong. And they generously gave me the fellowship. So I'm really lucky and started in Cambridge archaeology subject and to do my PhD. So this is the letter I keep and forever, really. This is the letter I got from now it's Chairman Dr. Peter Li. You can see his signature here. And that's the Joseph Needham. He's working until a few days before he died. He's always working in the office, right? So this is the first part. The second part is about Joseph Needham's intellectual heritage. So when we're talking about this, the people, is that you, right? Francisca's the drawing about Joseph Needham. How dare you? In this way, this is Joseph Needham, right? And this is the Joseph Needham's question. And so when we're talking about, it's always talking about Joseph Needham's question, right? And also, there's so many people trying to answer Joseph Needham's question and why the science happened in the West, Europe, not in China. So this is the answer. And some people answer, because China they don't want science. This is one answer. Another one said, because China don't have a mind, like a cold mind. Because only Britain have a cold mind, right? And so we can have the industrial revolution. China don't have, so they don't have industrial revolution. You can say this is not really good answer in there. And also some people trying to answer the question from the social and political background is trying to compare what's the difference, the social conditions between China and Western Europe. So this is the way to answer that. People will say, okay, this is a very simple question, and you can just put all the answers together, and then the job done. But that is not really the Joseph Needham did. He did really good research. That is my argument or opinion I try to present to you. Look at here. It's all these books. And I try to make a comparison. And I said, the Joseph Needham's question, just like the train engine. You have the train, you have so many carriages, follow the engine, right? So all these carriages is the real stuff, really important if you really want to understand Joseph Needham's intellectual heritage. So you need to look at his books. That is the most important. It's not just question itself, right? So if you don't read his book and you are trying to answer his questions, I thought that is not, in mainland China we say 不靠谱. So that is not really nice, right?